Tonight we're talking about choosing the right party, the right partner, how to get started in a relationship. And also we're going to continue from last week, how you know that the thrill is gone. Not BB Weiner, BB King said the thrill is gone. Okay, Keisha, thank you. I was waiting on you. I've been looking for you, Keisha. Thanks for joining. Make sure you share. We're a little slow getting tonight. It must be raining outside or snowing outside. We don't have our people a little slow gathering tonight. It's like church. Well, welcome. I see people coming on and going off and coming on and going off. I don't know what quite is the problem. Thanks for returning, Keisha. Appreciate you so very much. It's gonna be a good one tonight. I'm gonna share the update with what's going on with our program. Hello, Coach Rowe. How you doing? Good to see you. Listen, I need y'all to share tonight. Cause it's Friday night. It's time to do it again. Come on. Do it again. Hey, let's do it. Come on, I need y'all. It's Friday night. I can't do it by myself. I need a team. Cabela, good to see you tonight. Been praying for you. Let's do it again. It's fun tonight. It's gonna be a good one. I need everybody to share. Share and share a lot. Coach Roy, I'm glad to hear everything went good for you. Thanks. Yes, Cabela. Yes, Keisha. It's shared. I appreciate you sharing it. Sharing it again, and again. Let's do it in the morning. Sweet breeze. Y'all know how the wind blows through the window. Feel your sweet face right next to mine. Sweet love in the midnight. Good sweet. Come on in life. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry about nothing. Just. Hey, listen, it's going to be a fun one tonight. We're talking about how to pick a partner. We're going to talk about selection, how to get the right person. We're going to talk about compatibility. We're going to talk about how you know that your relationship is cooling off. So we're going to talk about cooling off, but we're going to also talk about compatibility. How to pick the right party. What to look for in your party. Yes, I've got a book that I'm going to be sharing a couple of thoughts out of tonight. It's going to be real interesting as we talk about compatibility. What you should be looking for in a relationship, in a partner. Do you know, I don't know about you, but I used to do puzzles. I wasn't that good. I wasn't that good at puzzles, but I had to work with the puzzles with my kids. And do you know, sometimes people would take puzzles and try to make them fit where they don't fit. Hello, Tamika. Thanks for joining us tonight. And that's what happens sometimes hello, Kim. How you doing? And that's what happens with people with relationships sometimes. They don't fit, but we try to make them fit anyhow. We're going to talk about that at the end. But right now, right before we get started, again, I want to make sure that we invite people out to our program on November the 15th. We've got a place. It's going to be nice. It's going to be good. We're going to have good music. We're going to have some good we're gonna have some good. Wait a minute. We're gonna have some good entertainment. We're gonna have some good food and good fellowship. It's gonna have a nice, secure place. It's gonna be we have Q&A. We're gonna have a gospel comic there. So it's gonna be a good time. All right. Now, I want to make sure that you are registered. You can go to Rejoice Ministries, not Rejoice Ministries. You can go to Cash App REJOYCEE and sign up. And it's going to cost $25 per person, okay? And we need you to go ahead and do that. When you send in your payment, just write your name in the notes, and that's your registration. Speaking of registrations, I want you to know that some of you have said that you're going to sponsor somebody. Well, you still have to send in the payment in order for them to be sponsored. So make sure that you do that. Hey, my good friend Victor. Boy, if Victor was here, I'd have him to do some of his special readings. He's my longtime JWC basketball friend. We played together, and boy, that boy could play. He was long and slim and could play. All right? Yeah, but I need you to do that so we can have a good time together. Boy, it's going to be right before the holidays, right before Christmas, right before Thanksgiving. It's going to be a good time. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure you continue to share. I want you to know that the space is limited. It's not going to be, I don't want a big crowd. I want a nice, small, intimate crowd. You know, we're only going to accept 50 people. After 50, we're going to cut off because I don't want it any bigger than that. I just want a nice crowd so I can see the faces and we can interact and have fellowship. You know, I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. Boom, boom, boom. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again. I keep forgetting how you made that so clear. I keep forgetting. Watch this. Every time you're near, every time I see your smile. Watch this. hear your hello, and then you got to say this. You can only stay a while. Those are one of the signs you know this relationship is over. When he always got to go, or she always got to go. They say things that we always true. So keep forgetting. Why do I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore? Keep forgetting. Now let me give you again several different signs, and this is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to raise your emotional intelligence. See, emotional intelligence tells you what's going on, not only with yourself, but with others. Hello, Pastor Stacy. I hope everything went well with you tonight. I was praying for your service tonight. What I'm trying to do with this program and broadcast is raise your emotional intelligence, okay, in relationship. And one of the things you're going to have to find out about relationship is this. You have to understand about yourself. You have to know you and understand what is your triggers. If you don't know your triggers, then other individuals will be able to trigger you. Yeah, Michael McDonald, man, that brother got a good voice, don't he, Keisha? He is very soulful. It pulls you right in. Hello, Sally Megweather. Don't say that. Don't say it. Quit saying it. I know you're not mine. Anymore, anyway, anyhow. Well, I can forget. That's the fantasy part of relationship, where it's no longer a real relationship, but it's fantasy. And so we have to know the difference between faith. I think my good Dr. Frederick Price said, we have to know the difference between faith, fantasy, and foolishness. All right. A shout out to you, Coach Rowe. That's your boy. All right. So let me go back and say this though. Faith, foolishness, and presumption is the book he did. I just put fantasy in there. But let me just say this. When it comes to your relationship, you have to know you. We're going to talk about that in a little bit more in that whole compatibility piece. I have to understand me so that you don't push my buttons and I don't know when my buttons are being pushed. So the first part of a relationship is understanding yourself. And then I have to understand my mate. All right, I gotta study them. This is what 1 Peter 3:7 says. That I'd have to deal with my mate according to knowledge. So I've got to gather information about him and about her. And that's why we get to know them. The dating process. Now I know some people don't believe in dating. But I do. That's how you get to know whether or not this person is compatible with you or not. Okay, we're going to talk about compatible in just a minute. But I want to go back to what I started out with last week, which is how you know your relationship is in trouble. Again, I talked about decreased communication. They stop talking to you. When your partner stops sharing with you their thoughts and feelings and or engage in significant arguments instead of constructive discussions, it's a signal that your relationship is in trouble. And so you want to know when your relationship is in trouble. Hello, Veronica. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, so you want to watch this. Just like you want to watch it, a change in behavior. And when there's a change in behavior, you have to recognize. Now, baby, I'm for real. You got to be real to yourself and real with your mate. And as real can get. Friends who like the birthday cake. If what you're looking for is real love, then what you see is what you get. Look at me. What you see, what you see. The second thing I want you to see here, again, we're talking about being in tune with our own emotional intelligence as well as our mate, is a distance, emotionally distance. Hello, Latrice. Emotional distance. That's it becomes noticeable in a lack of emotional connection. They are no longer connected with you, and you're not connecting like you once were. When one or more of both parties seems disengaged or indifferent, This can be an indication that there are some underlying problems that they are not talking about. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Della. Thanks for joining us. She said a class of 65. Okay. All right. Shout out to the elementary class of 1965. Okay. All right. Now, they begin to distance themselves. And then you see an increase, watch this, in your relationship. An increased conflict. When all of a sudden, everything's a fight. You're like, whoa, whoa. You know, you parking too close to my car. Whoa. Is that an issue? Why you didn't get the mail? I normally go get the mail about 8:30. It's just 7:45. There's an argument about everything, okay? Disagreements over everything, especially over trivial matters. This can be a sign that there's a deeper unresolved problems. You got a problem that you have not resolved. Again, if you're ever in a counseling session with me, I will always talk to you about face it and erase it. And sometimes people don't erase their experience, their issue, and it comes back up again because they did not deal with it properly, okay? But if you start arguing over something minor, then it's an indication that something is unresolved there, all right? It's like in your house, if you feel a wind blow in the house, all of a sudden, you know, wait a minute, it's a window open somewhere. Those of us in Michigan know when it started getting cool and that wind blow in, they're like, whoa, whoa, who left that door open? There's a window open somewhere. Well, this is what happens when you start noticing unnecessarily arguments over nothing. And then, watch this, here goes a lack of, I think this is where I left off at, a lack of intimacy. If there's a decline in physical affection, you know, men, I want you to tell you this, women will always say, don't touch me when they mad. Okay, that's a show sign that they mad. Don't touch me. Well, what they're really saying is show me how valuable I am and touch me. Okay, we're not. That's what the scripture means when it says when a man leaves his wife, mother and father and cleave to his wife, cleave to her. That word cleave means chase after. So women always want to be chased after sooner or later. It's just a matter of time that they want you to show up and chase after them about something. So you have to always keep that in mind. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for joining tonight. Now, watch this. All right. Now, again, when we see that in lack of intimacy, there's a drop in physical, watch this, and emotional intimacy. And it can create feelings of rejection or insecure. You're making me insecure or you're making me feel rejected. If you used to touch me every time you walk past or you gave me a hug 4 or 5 times, now all of a sudden I'm getting one hug, you know, once a month, you know. So it may cause your partner to seek validation elsewhere. So we have to be aware of that because she and he is your darling baby. You're my darling baby.
I said
you're everything I ever hoped for.
and as long
as I may live. Hello there, Pastor. You're my darling baby. You're my sweet and tender love. Now, I'm getting all of my emotional needs met by you. And then when you stop meeting them, it's quite noticeable. Hello there, my good friend, Willie Copeland, man. Good to hear from you, Willie. Thanks for joining. I'll give you pretty love. See, I need loving from you. Thank you, Jesus. See, you deserve all the best because you're giving me all your best. And so this is how this exchange. I'm not looking for nothing on the outside. When you are giving it to me and I'm giving it to you. Ooh, you're my darling baby. Hello, Angela. Thanks for joining tonight. Hello, all the way from Nairobi. I was over in Nairobi, Kenya, years and years ago. Okay, now watch this. Here we go. Again, make sure you continue to share. Share, invite people. The number 5 thing that happens in your relationship when it's in trouble is avoidance. If one partner starts to avoid the other, I come down the hall, you go the other way. I get up in the morning, you already gone. So that avoidance begins to happen. And you start spending more and more time with your friends instead of me. More time with them, less time with me. You begin to go to activities by yourself. I just went to the movie. Where you been, baby? I went to the movies. You went to the movies by yourself? You didn't even ask me. All of these are indications that the relationship may be in trouble, and it's also an indication that there's a desire to escape. They're trying to escape and get away from me. All right? You are fulfilling all of my needs, and I'm yours. Absolutely. That's what it's supposed to be. We're supposed to fulfill each other emotional needs and physical needs and things like that. Now, everybody else in my life can play a part, but they don't take your spot, and I don't take their spot. That's right, Pastor Stacy. The major should come from each other, right? You make me feel insignificant, like you don't need me. I want to be needed. All right? And I want you to feel the same way. Greetings from India. All right. Good to see you. Thanks for joining tonight. Now, watch this. When we start talking about, again, that whole avoidance piece, the implications may indicate that one partner, and watch this, is unhappy or overwhelmed. So if they are overwhelmed, I need to reach out and find out what's going on with them. Letting them know you don't have to deal with this by yourself. I'm on your team. All right? And it can lead to the feelings of abandonment of the other partner. You're trying to deal with your issue on your own, makes me feel unneeded and unwanted. Hello, Pastor Deal. Thanks for joining. All right? So it's important for when you're struggling, include me. It's an interesting word there used in the book of Galatians chapter 6. It talks about the burdens there, and that burden is mentioned twice and 2 times. One time it means a knapsack or like a backpack, which I'm supposed to carry by myself, and the other is a heavy burden that you need somebody to help carry. Yeah. Well, Veronica, it's not a demonic spirit yet, okay? It has to grow to a demonic spirit. It starts off as a regular offense. So when I feel rejected, that's part of that human nature inside of me. And as we talk about it, it leaves it. But if you don't and allow it to fester and nourish it, then it can go from a natural offense to demonic. It don't go straight demonic. Okay, all right. You talk about demons, that was my area, so I understand the whole demonic world. So you want to keep your relationship as easy as possible. Why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I want to be easy. I want our relationship to be easy. I want to be able to read what's on my face, and I want to read what's on your face. What, like Earth, Wind, and Fire said, ain't it funny the way you feel shows up on your face? But it's easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. All right, now watch this. Then you start having this secretive behavior. Easy breezy. That's right, Stacey. Secretive. One partner becomes selective about their phone, about their social media, about their whereabouts. All of these can raise red flags about trust and transparency. I wasn't suspicious, but you're making me feel suspicious. I want to go back to being like Sunday morning. Oh, no. I want it. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's how I want to float. I don't want no problems at the castle. I want it easy. Secluded behavior. Yeah. Easy like Sunday morning. I want to be high. Okay, all right. So high. I want our love to be high, baby. I want to be free to know that things I'm doing to you is right. I need that validation. I want to be free to love you. Free to be me. So free. Oh. Now watch this guitar, then I got to change. I love this right here. Well, this is driving music right here. now watch this. You start seeing secretive behavior. When a person starts having secretive behavior, secrecy can erode trust and it leads to suspicion. Now, and during your relationship, when it's healthy and wholesome, there's great trust and there's no need for suspicion. I'm not wondering what you should do. See, the devil will plant a serpent seed in your mind to be suspicious of everything. And then when you're suspicious, your peace is broken. It may indicate that one partner is hiding something, and this can create anxiety. Boy, the last thing, remember now, that I want in a relationship is anxiety. I come to you to get rid of my anxiety. So you want to make sure that you deal with these issues. Again, we alluded to this earlier, increased criticism. Your relationship might be in trouble if there's an increased criticism. There's a constant criticism. I can't do nothing right. We talked about this a little bit last week. I can't do nothing right. I'm breathing too loud. I chew my food wrong. I sleep on the wrong side of the bed. That's right, Stacy. You can't be yourself. Anxiety and unnecessary stress. I don't want stress from the person that I love the most. All right? I want them to be my stress reliever. I don't want them to be the source of my stress. When this happens, criticism, blame, it erodes the foundation of the relationship. It leads to resentment and hurt feelings. My feelings are hurt. So when our feelings become hurt, I'm less likely to invest. I'm in a survival mode more so than I am in a giving mode. I'm trying to keep from being hurt. I'm guarding myself. I'm protecting myself because I don't trust you with my heart. Everything you do is irritating. You can't be yourself. Right. Who else can I be, Stacy? I can't be nobody but me. When I get cold, I expect you to warm me. And when I feel I can't go on, I need you to hold me. It's you and me forever. Smile. Now again, I want when we start talking about this increased criticism, watch what happens here. There's that invisible wall. You're right, but there's also it can lead to damage to self-image, and it creates a hostile environment. It can lead to defensiveness and withdrawal. I know. Stacey said, Sarah, smile. That's right. I know y'all some of y'all that was from the streets that used to fight. Do y'all remember those that used to fight? Well, when people would get in those situations, I've got to figure out if you're gonna hit me first, and if I misread the situations, then I end up striking you first because I think you're going to hit me. All right? So the miscommunication comes there and a fight break out. Well, the same thing happens in relationship. If I think you're going to attack me, I become defensive and I attack you before you attack me. And you weren't even going to attack me. I just misread the room. Hello, Patricia, all the way from Kalamazoo. Thanks for joining tonight. Now, so we have to be conscious of that. And then we flow over. Before we know it, we're now having different priorities. Watch the change of priorities in relationship. At first, I was your priority, and now I'm not, or vice versa. Again, when partners no longer have common goals, and we're going to talk about that now, about picking a partner, common goals and values or interests, it creates a rift in the relationship. When our goals change, okay, one of the reasons that holds us together is that we've got the same goals and we got the same priorities. But when when our relationship gets in trouble, then our goals change and our priorities change. And we are now in big trouble, okay? Again, diverging life goals create a sense of disconnect. There's that disconnect. We had this great connection, but now all of a sudden, as a result of our goals changing, there's that disconnect, and we feel like we're going on different paths, which leads to greater frustration. I'm now frustrated even more because I'm look like the temptation says, I'm losing you. Hello, Kimberly. Thanks for joining today. And so it looks like I'm losing you. So sometimes I grab hold title, or in some cases, both male and female find another person on the side and begin to connect with them so that so when we break up, the pain ain't so great. We're trying to protect ourselves, and sometimes the relationship could be saved if another party does not get involved too soon. Woo! That was some pretty good stuff right there. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. Let me say that again. In a lot of relationships, before it's completely over, if it looks like if it looks like we're going to break up, rather than go to the great pain by myself of losing somebody, I start connecting with somebody so that my pain is not so great. But what happens is the relationship was still able to be saved had not we got that other party involved. Okay? And so, and just like you're saying, Veronica, you began to medicate. You began to self-medicate with the wrong medication. And so it hurts instead of help. Hello, my good friend, Janet Jackson. Thanks for joining tonight. Right. So sometimes the worst thing you can do with a relationship is involve somebody else before it's actually over. You start to search for security elsewhere. You're absolutely right, Stacy. Listen to this. We just don't want to let it die. Why? Neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye. Sometimes if you get counseling right there, you can save the relationship. I keep wondering. You got my brain wondering. Too many participation. Too many participants. So I'm starting to think, what I'm going to do without you? What I'm going to do the holiday? So now I'm thinking, so I got to replace you because you making me feel like you don't want me no more. I'm wondering, do you feel the same way I do? So we going on. We all go on together, living alive. Why? Neither one of us want to be the first to say goodbye. Now, again, watch what happens here. And number 9. Here's the problem. There's a loss of respect. You start doing disrespectful behavior. And this, such as you begin to belittle me. Now you start talking about my manhood. Talk about, I'm not a good provider. You go to talking about these kinds of things. You begin to belittle me and mock me, or vice versa. And it can indicate a breakdown in the relationship, the very foundational relationship. When you start disrespecting me, then you can say some things that's irreparable. Some of the things that you can do or say in a relationship, you can't repair, you can't undo. The Bible talks about what are the things that you can't undo? An arrow shot and a word spoken. You cannot unspeak it. And it says in one spot, don't tell the angels you're sorry. Well, sometimes an apology will not change the hurt and pain that you did. Okay, so you have to be very, very careful on this slippery slope of breaking up. Put in the chat line, how many times is the breakup a real breakup before a breakup is a breakup? I probably broke up with my wife. Man, I don't know. Probably the first month that we were dating. Shoot, man, we probably broke up about 20 times. And I'm going to get to that in just a minute. Oh, I need to hurry up and get this. I need to do 2 more, and then I'm going to ship over to compatibility, because that's important. Go ahead, don't be afraid to share when you no longer value one another. Well, here's the thing is, sometimes people lose value. You can't walk back. You can't walk it back. You can't walk it back. That's Coach Rose said. You can't walk back certain things. Certain things you've done, you can't undo. All right? And so you have to be careful not to do something that you won't, that you'll regret. Like the song I played last week that y'all hadn't heard, if I woulda, shoulda, coulda, doulda. You know, those some words in there, boy, that was really hit home. Well, yeah, my first relationship, I lost count because some of this breakup wasn't no breakup. And then you don't even know it because you're still calling. I broke up with her, and she called me, came by the house. I'm going like, wait a minute, babe, I thought we were broke up. This ain't the rules of engagement. Yeah. But what you gonna eat tonight? Oh, no, don't do it like that. Don't do it. Don't hurt them. You hurt them, DJ. Never can say goodbye. Never can say goodbye. Hey, heartache seems to follow me wherever I go. Say you're leaving. That's all, baby. It's so never can say goodbye. Girl, y'all gonna make me fall in love all over again. All right, now watch this. Here we go. I wanted to show you something here. Number 10, you start feeling unappreciated. That's what you're talking about, Veronica. If one partner feels undervalued or taken for granted, it can lead to dissatisfaction and unhappiness. I get a smile out of making you happy. Now all of a sudden, you're no longer happy when I come around. So boy, you began to break me down. If I'm not bringing you happiness, then I don't want to be around, because I don't want to bring you back. I don't want to bring you pain. And so it's hard for me to say goodbye. No. Ow! Oh! I never can say goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye. Woo! I know you treat me bad. And then you still having sex with me. I shouldn't have said that. Remember, we found out oxytocin last time. It's that bonding. So here it is. You're bonding with me as your husband, as your wife. You're bonding with me. Then you turn around and play these other mind games. I don't know whether to go or stay, because you're doing me like this. All right. So all these mixed signs that's coming in this relationship got me going in circles. Hello, Yvonne. Thanks for joining us. And so here we see, Veronica said that part right there. I'm going to calm down. I'm not going to let Reverend Memphis out. Reverend Memphis ain't going to come from his streets and talk about that part right there. I'm going to leave that alone. You know what happens sometimes if you've had several bodies, and then one body is made different and better than another body, longer indifference and knowing what they're doing with them strong arm of the law, whoo, that makes it real complicated. Okay, all right, now watch this. Only the inner city people know what I'm talking about. All right, now watch this. And then they go from when you begin to feel unappreciated, when you feel unappreciated, boy, when they feel undervalued, it can lead to strong resentment, strong resentment and withdrawal, and it creates, here we go, Veronica, this is a terminology you can use, a strong cycle of dissatisfaction. It becomes a circle. You got me going in circle. You're going in a circle. I don't know what mood you're in. In the previous generation, my granddaddy would say he would throw his hat in there in the house before he got there to test and see what mood his wife was in. My grandmother, all right? And so that's how you do with those situations. Okay, number 10. When one partner feels number 11, you begin to withdraw from social activities. In other words, if one or both partners stop participating in social activities together and withdraw from their social circles, it indicates a relationship issue. They stop riding together in the car, the church. That's something as simple as that. Y'all stop riding together. Y'all used to ride together in the church. Y'all should go everywhere together. Now, she got to have her own car. You always had your own car. But now y'all don't want to go together. Then all of this is indication that the relationship just might be in trouble. The Lord is a sweet love. The love I love. I done lost her. It was a complete love. The love of God. Then they say this now. I ain't gonna never love again. Those inner vows come as a result of hurt. I can't tell you how many people I run across that made an inner vow. I'm never gonna get married again. I'm never gonna fall in love again. I'm just gonna be a player. Why? Because somebody hurt somebody. And so they're living out of their pain and disappointment instead of out of life. That relationship, that negative aspect of relationship has put a ceiling over the relationship. And they lost love. They lost them. And then, I'm in misery. Can't you see? It was a sweet love. The love I love. What? It was a complete love. I wasn't missing nothing. Then he made that inner vow. I won't never again. Yes, right. You're right, Veronica. It messes up your infrastructure in your relationship. Okay, let's do these last two, and then I'm gonna shift gears. Now, watch this. The last one here. Ooh, I love that song here. You began to have substance abuse. You mentioned this earlier with self-medications. You began to have substance abuse and coping mechanism. You start doing things to try to get through this stage, engaging in unhealthy coping mechanism. About you. I heard some things about you. I just turned my head. Yeah, we jamming tonight, Veronica. I closed my ears. It hurt me so bad. I mean, I heard they told me she was cheating. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I tried to run, but I paused a moment just to catch my breath. Watch this, looking for substitute. And then I knew, I assumed, I was a fool to trust you like that. That's insecurity comes out. I love you so much. unhealthy coping mechanisms such as excessive drinking, substance abuse, it's a sign of a deeper struggle in the relationship. The relationship is now in trouble when you begin to self-medicate. Using substance to cope with, or another man or another woman, it indicates a deeper emotional issue, okay? It can really lead to further problem in relationship, such as trust issue, and watch this, financial strain. When you begin to date somebody on the side, you got to pay. You got to buy new outfits. You got to get your hair done all the time. He got to get, he got to pay for it. Chivalry is still king, And so now the money going to be an issue in the house because you got new bills that you didn't have before. I want you to be conscious. I told you so. You got only to tell to blame. Gonna let you know. One day, you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Don't do it. I'm going to tell you, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Now, let's switch gears. Let me say a quick thing. Let me give a quick commercial before I change. Remember, our event is November the 15th. And I know some of you said that you're going to sponsor people. I still need you to register. And we're only going to limit it to 50 people. So I need you to go ahead and register. It's in the link below on the Coach Rose timeline. She got all the information. Again, even if you are sponsoring somebody, I need you to go ahead and sign up and put their names there by going to my Cash App, REJOYCEE. The deadline, of course, is October the 15th. We want you to be registered so that we can properly have the right amount of food and seating so that we can have a great event. November the 15th. Thank you, Veronica. All right, now, let me switch gears here on how, thank you, Coach Rowe, is right there. Register by November 15th, rejoice, and put your name in the note and the name of the person who you want to be there so I can have name tags and stuff like that, so I can call you out by name. All right, now, let me give you some key things here. A lot of times in relationship, people pick the wrong piece of the puzzle. If you understand yourself, then picking somebody who fits with you is real key. But if you don't understand yourself, then it's hard to pick somebody. That's why I tell people, don't let your daughter or your son date before they know who they are, because they will be dealing with the person according to the person's needs instead of their own needs. And then when they find out who they are, they will likely not want that other individual because they won't fit. Hello, Krowski. Good to see you tonight, okay? It's $25 per person. Thank you, Coach Rowe. So it's very important to know thyself first before you hook up with somebody else. And when you're choosing somebody, you've got to make sure that that individual is compatible to you. Hello, Dylan. Thanks for joining tonight. You gotta ask, does this person fit me? Do they fit me? Do we fit? Are we like two peas in a pot? Okay? And then there are several key areas that you have to ask yourself about in terms of similarities. Where are we similar at? Where are we different at? Now, God made man and he made woman and he made them have some similarities, but he made them also with some differences. And I, for one, like the differences that God made between man and woman. Woo! Okay, now here we go. Pastor Bobby says, don't be unequally yoked. Here we go. That's one element, but it's not the only element that's there. That's a biblical mandate that we need to be in terms of unequally yoked. Yeah, that simply means that's like tithes. That's just the beginning. Woo! I know I'm preaching good right now. That's just like tithe. Tithing is a beginning point for Christians. Those of us who love the Lord and who've given themselves totally over to God and His kingdom. You know, if I took away my tithe at the end of the year, I would still give above tithe. Okay? Why? Because that's where my heart is with Him and His ministry. And so when He says give, I'm gonna give. So when it comes to a relationship, being equally yoked is just the starting point. You can have a person who is equally yoked with you. That is, both of y'all are born again. Both of y'all have the same vision toward God and all, but both of y'all don't have the same emotional connection because one of y'all might be emotionally sick. Oh, I didn't get no amens on that. I didn't get no stars or nothing. So if you've met people, ladies have met people in church that they are equal in terms of their commitment to God, but somebody is emotionally immature and somebody is dysfunctional. They are equally yoked. Thank you, Stacy. But they are disconnected. So you can be born again and yet still not connect on physical and emotional things. So I'm going to walk us through that. Thank you, Pastor Barbara. That is the starting point. That is the starting point, baby. Okay, all right, here we go. I'm going to give you several different areas, and we're going to build on them. All right, we're just going to build. Yeah, somebody is imbalanced. I can tell you, I've worked with people in my church who were both saved, but one of them had they had an emotional challenge. They needed medication, and because they needed medication, they act right in church, but they didn't act right at home. They acted crazy at home, and they got church and acted right. She's your faith. Dylan said it's her faith. That's her faith going on. Okay, all right. You got to ask yourself a question. Are we a good match? Are we a good match? What do people say about us? How do we fit? Again, opposite attracts. Okay, opposite attracts. But later on, the very thing that you're attracted to can get on your nerve. Okay, when you're healthy, you can see clearly. Yeah. Again, that's another element, Coach Rowe. Spiritually healthy, emotionally healthy, but then sometimes there's a physical problem there that causes us not to be compatible for long term. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. When we start talking about need, Veronica said, don't attack. No, it's right. We don't want an attack. And so that's why we go to get premarital counseling. And then once we get premarital counseling, then we get counseling after we get married. We support our marriage. And let me say something here. And I know it's Pastor Appreciation Month, and I love all my pastors. But some pastors are not qualified to counsel. They don't have any training. They don't have any formalized training. They do have biblical training in some cases. In some cases, they don't. In the Afro-American church, we look for anointing. In the white churches, we look for degrees. And so somewhere there has to be a balance between anointing and education. All right. And so you have to know your measure of rule and measure of authority in these cases. I am a counselor, but there are people who have problems beyond mine, and so I refer them to Dr. Latney, who's a clinical person on my staff. She can handle the problems I can't. Okay, now watch this. So when we have to make sure that we choose somebody that we can, that we're compatible with. One of the areas of compatibility is morals and values. Morals and values. Do we have the same morals and values? If you don't have the same morals in values, then you're going to have problems. All right? There are going to be some problems because your moral values and belief, your morals and values tell me how you're going to live on a day-to-day, how you're going to live out your salvation, how you're going to live your life, how you're going to treat people. All right? And if you are not compatible in your morals and your values, even though you're born again, it's not going to work. For instance, when it comes to morals and values, do you believe in monogamy? Or do you believe in monogamy and commitment? Or do you believe that you can have as many as you want as long as you're taking care of home? That's a value. That's a moral belief. Again, we're talking about some of the people that are just 2 or 3 generations away from being raised in slavery or right after slavery, where you were forced to have 2 or 3 families. So that generation accepted multiple families because the man made you do it. It's in your blood. All right. So, and then somebody taught you that as long as you take care of home, if you take care of home and bring home the bacon and don't bring home no diseases, that is a value that was placed inside of somebody that has to be uprooted, that has to be talked about, or else y'all gonna be down the same street. Baby, I love you. You'll hear him say, baby, I love you. She don't mean nothing to me. He don't mean nothing to me. You started tearing it up, and you think that our relationship is not effective. That's a value that they have, and you have to talk about that. It doesn't matter how wonderful you are in every other area. You are uncompatible. You're not compatible. I was telling people the other night, maybe last night, I was preaching about the Beatitudes and about the deceitfulness of the heart. And one of the things that I talked about is that the kingdom is not a multiple choice. Choose the one you want out of the Beatitudes. No, you got to live all of them. It ain't just pick and choose. It ain't A, B, C. No, you got to do them all. So, when it comes to a relationship, you got to know their value. Hello, Cheryl. And so the only way you're going to find out about that, Veronica, is you got to talk about it during the dating process. If you don't talk about these things, you won't know that that is his or her moral value. That's their moral compass. It's again. Let's say somebody like Jay Leno. Jay Leno, her moral compass is that J-Lo, that she gonna marry several different individuals. Let's just use Elizabeth Taylor. She married 10 or 12 people. Well, she was what they call a serial monogamy. She wanted to marry everybody. Well, I don't want to marry a woman who want to be married 12 times during the course of our life. So you have to understand how a person thinks in this area, or else your relationship is not going to be a lasting one. All right? Did I help anybody on that? That was some pretty good stuff right there. I thought that was pretty good. All right. All right. Again, let's look at another one. We're talking about choosing somebody. I think the Isaac brother says choose the lovers. The body count. Yeah, the body count is important. What happens is God's plan was one man, one woman, so there's no comparison. You ain't got nothing to compare about. I don't know if this is good, bad, or indifferent, because I don't have nothing to compare to. But when you got a lot of body counts, you got some comparison. And sooner or later, the devil knowing him like I know him, he's going to bring one of those other individuals back to your mind that said he was bigger, better, more lasting. He knew what he was doing. She knew what she was doing. All of those kinds of things. Okay? And so you have to be conscious of that as you're picking a partner. Player. Okay. Wow. Okay. My time is up. Okay. Listen. she say? Choosing up. You got to choose the right person. And you have to take your time. You got to realize. Pastor Shay said, woo-wee. I'm glad you chose me, baby. Wait a minute. You got to realize, you know, a house is a major investment. Car is not a major investment, all right? But a house is a major investment. If you buy let's just say if you buy a $100,000 house, you're going to pay $1 million for it by the time you get through paying for it, all right? And so this is what you do. You want to take your time with your mate. Don't be in no hurry. Choose the one that's right for you. And next time, we'll talk more and more about this. Listen, I can't wait till we have our live and I just lay it all out. So Pastor Say said, hot topic. Pastor Say, I didn't know it was gonna get this hot. I knew it was gonna be warm. I was hoping it'd be lukewarm. But Jesus said, I'd rather have it hot or cold. And some like it hot. Well, praise God, Pastor, for me. I appreciate it. Love you guys so much. Luke is our house. It's not a home. I'll have to listen to the full session and replay. Okay, Cheryl. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Don't forget. Any quick questions before I go? Any quick questions before I go on the way out the door? All right? Now, I'm going to be in conference next week, Friday. So I'm not going to be on live because I'll be in conference next Friday. But I'll be there back in the following Friday. So you got to meditate on some of the stuff I said. All right. And again, recruit people. Sign up for our November the 15th event. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. You're going to get the real. It's going to be at the Marriott Hotel. That's where we're going to have it at the Marriott Hotel. It's going to be nice. It's going to be fun. That's the same place where we had our NAPS conference, all right? What can we expect from the event? Where are we going to, it's going to be just like this, but live. We're going to have food. We're going to have a fellowship. We're going to have refreshments, rather. We're going to have our DJ is going to be there. We're going to have questions live question and answers. We're going to have we'll have a Christian comedian. So it's going to be entertaining and fun. We'll get a chance to meet everybody. We've been doing this about, how long have we been doing this, Pastor States? About 6 years. Yeah, Marriott Hotel. Thank you, Coach Rowe, in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Right off 75, so you can come right in and right out. Right at Cedar Point. Thank you, council person, Jennifer. I'm prophesying. Okay, listen. I love you guys. Father, bless my people. Bless the people in Florida. Bless the people in the Carolinas that faced the hurricane and the floods. We ask you to bless them abundantly in Jesus' name. Lord, bless my married couples, my single couples tonight. Lord, let truth remain. Anything I said that's anti-biblical, let it be thrown away. But truth, let truth remain on each and every one of us. I thank you for my tribe and my peoples. I thank you for those that are going through different stages of life. I'm going through grief, going through hurt, going through broke up, going through abortion, going through whatever trial of life. Lord, His grace is sufficient. Get us through it, Lord. I thank you for it now. In Jesus' name. Amen. I love you guys.